Greetings, kindreds. It's Megan, and today I am setting up my book journal. So, this beautiful little Travelers is from an Etsy shop. I love that polka dot on the inside. And this bookmark is actually from one of my pen pals, and this woman on it kind of looks like my great grandmother. So, I wanted to just tuck that in here. So, the outside of this journal I think is just so charming. I love the woodland creatures. And it is a little bit whimsical fairy tale, maybe a little young, but a lot of the books I like are very nostalgic, so it seemed to fit. This first little insert I am making here, I want to do is make like a little insert that's going to just chronicle what I read. And so it's kind of centered, the cover I think I'm going to do centered around this beautiful little sticker, which is a little girl reading outside of this little hobbit hole house. And I love everything kind of cottagey and cozy. And so that was the look I was going for here. And I did kind of want something that could carry all year. I am going to go back to everything I've read since January 2025 and notate them in here, and then we'll just go into 2026. I'm going to do a separate insert that will have kind of my favorite books. So I'm not going to write or do a page for every book necessarily, just the ones that I really, spoke to me. So these lovely little stickers that I was playing with, they look like bookends or book spines. That's the right word. And so I thought, well, that's super fitting for a book journal, if you will. And I am just kind of adding a little bit of dimension or layering to the sticker. The sticker is kind of the standout star, even though it is small. This is my favorite glue if I run out of paper tape. I just re-upped my paper tape, but yeah, I really have always been a reader. I enjoy audiobooks as well. So I'm curious if you are a hardback girl or guy, or if you prefer books that are soft cover, if you are a Kindle person or some sort of e-reader, how do you take your books? So I probably read on average, I would say 4 books a month, and about 2 of those are just in hand, and the rest I do have about a 20-minute commute to work each day, and I drive fairly often in general, so I'm in the car several hours a week, so it is good to have something, an audio companion. And some of the audiobook actors and actresses are just absolutely brilliant. So you can see I'm going to start with the middle book, and then these, it's kind of hard to tell, at least I'm looking at a tiny view as I do my voiceover, but they all look like books, and I thought that was just so fitting and perfect. I think I was gifted these many moons ago and I use them all the time, and I thought, okay, perfect time to pull these out. So yeah, and you will see in my next video, probably I will include little pictures of each book I read and a ranking, but not get super in depth. I've been watching so many booktubers and so many book journalers lately, and it seems like everybody's got their own style, which I really love watching videos while I am making pages. I literally had I think it was a letter decorator up on YouTube while I was creating this little book for myself. So I find it so interesting how people chronicle things. Like some people have indexes in their book journals. I'm not going to do any of that. I am on GoodReads. My name there is MeagansDiary. So yeah, you are welcome to friend me there. If you're here on YouTube and you find me there, let me know. We're going to speed this up just a little bit and pull out some stamps. I really want this to kind of stay with that same color palette there. So kind of the sepias and browns, and maybe I am in autumn after all. But I wanted to give it a little bit of character or dimension to. So I am just going to stamp my heart out. I am fairly new at stamping. I had stamps many moons ago, like early 2000s, when everyone was getting into scrapbooks. I am aging myself. I was born in the 80s. Okay, there you go. What can I say? Yeah. And so I never really got into it. I was definitely into like the scrapbooking and stickers and scrapbook paper and all of that. And more so in college. I really like that clip too. I think that makes its way on here. I love like desk type of ephemera, things you would find on, a desk. Ephemera that looks like post-its or paper clips. I don't know if that's odd. And I thought a book title up top that did have a little bit of red in it, or that burgundy maroonish, would kind of help tie this all together. And kind of make it a little bit more cohesive. I am still very, very bad at taking the backs of stickers off. You'll see in a little bit, I'm going to try my hand at the inside cover using the tweezers, but I have watched people do it and they tend to kind of roll it. So this is done for the time being, right? But I'm going to add a little title to it. Okay, so this envelope has just got different book things that I have been collecting and want to use in my journal. Lucy and the Sky Designs sent me this free bookmark, which I absolutely love and I want in my book journal somehow. So I'm just going to stick it in the inside cover. I may add more to that page as time goes on. And then this artist, I'm going to say her name wrong, but I will put her in the links below, or you can just read it. It's like Maragona Studios art. She sent me this free card with my order, and you can see I'm peeling the washi tape and I made a boo-boo. But we're going to just glue it back down and have that be part of the card. So I really love this little witchy girl reading. I love her little familiar there and everything. And I thought this would be a pretty cover, or just kind of my little title page inside. And the nice thing about using the Traveler's inserts is they are about a postcard size, and I have a lot of literary postcards, but I actually think it needs something in the background and something spacey, but you see these really aren't working. I love that background, but I think with the lilac behind her, it doesn't work. So let's go ahead and glue this one down. We've got to trim it down to size. I love space themed things, very like celestial, I guess, more than literal space. Stars, moon. I am very much in love with the moon, as any dreamer, right, is. And so, yeah, I think that will do for this. And I think backing it with the blue and the brown moon paper kind of plays on that craft. And I had thought of doing inserts of different colors, but I put so much junk on them that you can't even tell what color they are. Okay, so that looks good, but I'm going to have to cut her out, I think. And so I believe I do that off camera. Click, click, boom, there, cut it off. And she stands out more, and there's more of the moon. So I am just playing with different writing here. So I wanted it to say reading journal. I am not the best when it comes to doing lettering. That is something I would love to get better at, but I get kind of lazy with. And then I have a ridiculous relationship with alpha stickers. I have a love-hate with them. I feel like I always have funny ones left over, and they end up looking like ransom letters. I did add that paper in the back. That is from that Carrot Top shop as well, and it just came in her mailer, but I thought it was cute. So we are going to add a little bit more of the moon and star washi. You can see I've got quite a collection here, just to kind of make this page feel a little bit more fabulous, right? And we'll glue her down too. I thought she was just darling. I again you know, like I said, I'm a little bit of an autumn, so I do love stories with witches and things. I'm not a big vampire person. Like I did read and watch Twilight, and all, but I like my horror to be way more suspenseful, way more, I don't know, Shirley Jackson or Edgar Allan Poe, if you will. This little teeny washi also has the moons, and I think I'm going to put some around the sides and just kind of give it a little bit of sparkle as well. I will have to go through and reinforce all of this. The glue only does so well. I love these little teeny stars, and here I am practicing my tweezer handling. I don't know what you want to call it, but they are so great using these little guys for Happy Mail or in journaling spreads. And I just went ahead and added those and added a little trim. So that's the beginning of this journal. I'm going to add something to it at the very end. And here's where I thought I was ending, but no, because so we did that page, and I added to the top gentle reader, a little play on the Bridgerton, right? And I like how it's turned out. This second insert is going to be my absolute favorite books as the months go on. And so on the inside, I have included Beloved Books as my title and a beautiful sticker from Lizzie's Letters. So that will be my second insert. That's my book journal.